Why are you trying to make you be like that?
And on that note, we back.
It's
It's been a long time.
Hey, you could back on.
It's been a long time, but we finally back. You already know who it is. It's K Double, world famous Klaptrap. We finally back. You already know who it is. We got Mr. Laughing Man right there. Got Doc.
Mr. Laughing Man.
We got lots of special guests today though.
Yep.
My voice a little worse. I was sick last week, so pardon me. But we got.
You ain't got that Corona shit.
Yeah,
I can't even tell you how he got it.
I got peachy.
Oh, I know. I heard
We
it.
live.
Oh yeah.
We live.
I have peachy dishes for children. So yeah, but yeah. Let me get finished introducing y'all, unless y'all just want to talk and not be introduced. But yeah.
We should let Dre do this shit, dog.
Clean up, man.
We should let Dre do it. Go ahead. By the way, it's like 10 motherfuckers down here. You can't see everybody on camera.
Oh
But everybody was so excited for us to be back in commission.
We back.
It was a long week.
We had to dust all the equipment off.
It was a long week though, man. We had tragedies that happened during the week, so
Go ahead and talk about it real quick.
We just took the introduction.
I heard
Nobody care. Y'all not on camera.
You just whoever. All right, so
Let's just bring it from the top.
All right, bet.
Mr. Laughing Man.
All right, we back. It's the Klaptrap. Been gone for a little while, little hiatus. Had tragedy during the week. But y'all already know who it is. K Double. We got Mark. Got Jay. We got Doc. We got Mike. Got special guests in today. And at the end, you already know who it is. We got my man Dre. And we got the voice as usual. The usual suspects. We all back again. So
You not gonna say present when you call your name?
Present.
That's
crazy. I thought it would be like me, then special guest.
He went down the line.
you're not special.
Oh.
I know that I thought the special guest would be
That's special guest. I mean, you special though.
All right, but look, since we got some guests in the building, especially somebody that never been here before,
He got questions.
I like to pick their brain in the beginning of the show.
We got two people who never been here before.
True.
Two people.
But he too young for this stuff. I don't care about this stuff.
Don't take that. You ain't gotta take that.
I heard he was in college.
So I want to ask you some questions, right? Speaking to the mic, So I want to ask you some questions. A lot of them going to be yes or no. Try not to explain them. Try to make them yes or no. This is based on stuff that we talked about, controversial stuff we talked about on the show previously. Ready? So, question number one. Do you think the Earth is flat?
No.
You don't think the Earth is flat? Oh, okay. Got some sense about it. Do you believe in God?
I do.
You do believe in God. Good. Do you think everybody on Earth has a special purpose?
Yes.
No, you don't believe that.
Real
You're just saying that. You're just saying that shit.
And guess what? Sometimes your special purpose is to be the person that do nothing. Or to just
That's not a purpose.
It is
What's
a
that?
special purpose because that's what creates classes. And you don't have a middle class if you don't have a lower class.
Let me check. Oh, let me check. What mic is that? That mic must be broke because he talking loud. Talk to him. Hey, say no. Here we go.
He said a whole bunch.
Do you think racism is a big problem for black people today?
I do.
A big problem.
I think it's a big problem.
Top 5.
Top 5. It's a problem.
Top 5. Yes or no?
Yeah.
You think it's top 5?
I think
Oh my God.
It's rough. It's a rough.
Come on, man. You gotta just ask the questions. Don't be trying.
No, you got to.
It's a top 5.
I'm just trying to make sure. Do you obviously you think racism is a problem? Do you believe systematic oppression is a big problem?
I think so.
Today, you think it's a big problem? Okay. Have you had a racist encounter with the police?
I have.
You have.
$104 ticket for my air freshener.
I'm about to say something.
Obstructing the view.
You married?
I am.
You are married. Do you think people are not successful because they don't sleep 8 hours a day?
No.
So he got fired for a real reason. He got fired. Do you think the black community has a parenting problem?
I think a lot of communities got parents.
Can I get a yes or no, please?
No. Yes.
I don't know why that was so hard. Do you think that men are more interested in things and women are more interested in people?
No.
No. Well, okay. Do you think fear is a learned behavior?
Yes.
You do.
I
Okay.
do.
It's like
That's-
20
you're
questions.
right about that. It's not a lot. We got a lot of time.
That shit 21 questions.
You said that shit the last time.
Yes.
I'm gonna edit that out. I gotta edit that out. Would you marry or date a virgin who is saving themselves for marriage? Like, could you be with your wife?
Don't.
Come on, man of God.
Yeah. But I think I could. I don't think I would. It's a difference.
Okay.
I could, but I don't think I would. I'm just being honest.
That's why I said would you.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a difference between steak fries and potato wedges?
Yeah, there are.
He
Man.
sipped on that.
Big difference.
Ooh.
It happens sometimes.
What is that?
Somebody about to get their ass kicked.
It happens to the best of us.
Would you wear a dress for 10K?
10K?
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. I need
Well,
that bread.
okay.
I get that bread.
At least you real.
I'm comfortable with mine.
At least you real.
That's it.
All right, this one is not really yes or no question. 3 things you would need if you want to desert the island.
Food, a companion, and something for bugs, man. I don't bang with mosquitoes and things like that. So, I mean, yeah, you know.
What is a good age to move out of your parents' house?
I would think 20, 21.
21.
Mhm.
Okay. I agree with you. Would you tell your wife or girlfriend your problems or insecurities?
Yeah.
You would.
Mm-hmm. And have.
I'm glad you got that type of relationship. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she would look at you different or respect you if she knew your weaknesses?
I think she would.
She'll look at you
Mm-hmm.
different? Okay.
No, I think she'll respect me.
She'll respect you.
And I don't think she would look at me differently.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I feel some kind of way. I ain't get these questions.
Are we going to run through them for you?
Oh.
We're going to run through a couple. I know some of them that you...
Yeah. I
That
got some
you,
of them. Them Jones sound good, though.
You know,
Good question.
I manufacture them.
Oh, yeah.
They all of my previous topics. DeAndre, would you date a girl that has children?
Hell no.
He got some sense about him. He got some sense about him.
We can't know why.
Yeah, that could be
I mean- Are you able to explain why? I won't put you on the spot.
Yes,
Because I can tell you why you shouldn't. But go ahead.
I'm not gonna be a stepdad to anybody, kids.
It makes so much sense. And you're going to get in the way of the love.
Yes,
It's just so true.
because you gonna always have a bond with a baby daddy.
Oh.
So,
What do you
Jay, could you date somebody? Jay Jizzle, could you date some? If you wasn't married,
Grab a cup.
would you be able to date somebody that had kids?
Absolutely.
You would be able to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh? You think that's a good idea?
It's a good idea. If I fall in love with the woman or if I like her a lot, kid ain't gonna make a difference.
See, I agree with you if the kid is like 20.
Mm-hmm.
But if the kid is like 5 years old,
See,
what's
the
the problem?
Yeah, what's the issue with that?
That's what. So I've been. A lot of people. Oh my gosh, you don't got kids. How can you say this stuff? I've been on the end of the stepchild, and a lot of other stepchild people are. I guess stepchildren I know.
Uh-oh.
It's almost like that the stepdad or the stepmom get in the way of the love. Like it's always going to be the kid and the parent, and that kid always going to come first. And plus, it's a natural order of things that if you're not the biological parent, you kind of mess the order up of things. Can you you know the natural order of things? The natural order of a family?
oh, what do you mean, like I'm supposed to be structured?
Yeah.
No, the dad is supposed to be the head of the house.
Okay, that sound about right. How about right under the house? Then the mom.
And the kids.
How old is he? Woo! He is a prodigy.
Hold on, you said, hold, time out. You
He
said
is a prodigy.
The father
You
is
said
supposed to be first. Be the head of the
father.
house.
Mm-hmm.
You said the kids?
No.
Oh, you said mom? Oh, I
Mom.
missed that part.
The father, he's the head of the house.
Oh, no.
He the leader.
Could you date a girl that made more money than you? Do you think money is like how you? So what makes you the leader? Can you be a leader and not provide for what your family eat?
No, you can't be a leader and not provide.
How you feel about that?
I think you could, but it's difficult, and you need to be putting yourself. If you're not providing for it, you need to have a short-term plan that has an outcome of providing. That's a non-negotiable. As the head of your household, you need to be providing. If you're not in a position to do it right then and there, then you better have a really short-term goal.
So you're not the leader until you implement that plan.
You the leader in training.
So you're not the leader.
You're the acting leader. And that type of situation. I think you're like.
You like a politician or like a congressman? It's so hard to get a yes or no out of you.
So yeah, you can still be the leader, but it can have an expiration date on it. You can be the leader, but it can have a real short expiration date on it.
Can I ask a question though?
Sure.
You saying you have to earn?
No, I'm asking.
No, I'm saying so.
yes
If
or no.
you earn less than your woman, you technically can't be the leader of the house.
I'm asking, can you? I'm asking you guys.
I think you can.
No, I'm asking you though.
So I think
How do I feel?
Yeah.
Oh no. You can be the leader if you, because it's a lot of caveats to it, right? So if you retired and you own the property and you get you a little young thing that's making some money, I don't know. See, in my opinion, I don't think a girl could respect you if she making more money than you.
All right,
I think it's a different type of respect.
So now the concept is we're kind of changing gears to more so being with someone who you're evenly yoked with, because if
Just because you make more money than somebody don't make.
a lot of people think marriage is a business though.
the contribution could come in different ways. So in that situation, if the woman is making more money than the guy by some chance, then that guy needs to be doing other things, protecting his family. He needs to maybe be the person who brought the house into the income, maybe who got the better credit, who's financing XYZ element of P, or maybe who's doing extra duties around the house. Like I think that man needs to find some other kind of way to earn the title of head of household.
Yeah, so y'all agree that it's more than just financially though.
I mean, I think financially,
But financially is a big part because that's how we feed our family.
So this is my thing. Like, say you meet a chick, right, and she's an actress or something like that. Yeah. She's a movie star. Like, and you just a regular guy, you got a 9-to-5 or something like that, but she fall in love with you. Mm-hmm. So you want to go into the situation and say, all right, well, I can never be the head of the household because she always gonna make more money than me, because say she like a high profile actress and she make $1 million a role, but you still like, I mean, let's just say you make $100K a year. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Trying to marry Oprah, man?
No, I'm just saying. I just want to throw a hypothetical situation out there, because it's like, I mean, if that's the situation, then are you saying that you can't be the head of household because you're not making more money than her, or is it other things that makes you?
Technically, no, you're not. Even if you ask the IRS not gonna say that you're not the head of household. So
no, we're not talking about the IRS.
However you look at it, no. If y'all living off her income, she's the.
If you married though, you filing together, you're not filing.
I don't know about filing. I was making a joke.
Oh,
I don't know.
I just said.
But as far as if y'all living off her income, she the head of household.
Yeah, but that's technical. Leader. That's technical. That's what I'm saying. So you have to earn more money to be a leader.
Different things.
Well, you know what? You probably got somebody. You probably got some something in what you're saying. Because when I was watching The Breakfast Club with Monique, she was still calling him daddy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's about how you assert yourself.
That makes sense. But he was her manager too at the same time. So he was kind of responsible.
I mean, but is it all about money though? I mean,
no, we said it wasn't.
So sometimes you can go to a situation where.
But it's a big part.
It is a big part, but if you go in a situation where you're leading, let's say you make more money than your spouse or your girlfriend, whatever, if she gets promotions and she starts a business and she's growing and catches you or passes you,
what are you doing? Are you involved in the business with her, or you a stay-at-home dad?
I would say you're involved in the business with her.
All right, well that's a different type. That's your business.
Well, let's say you ain't.
You help her. If you a stay-at-home dad?
No. What are you talking about?
Well, there's like an
Hold on.
on Martin.
Well,
like when Gina was making
money. She found out.
Yeah, and that's how it's gonna be.
But that was a male ego thing. I mean,
that was a sitcom.
But I'm saying,
But we all got egos.
But yeah, that all it happens in real
but I'm
life.
like,
No, it do.
based on that, Martin was still the leader, though, even though she was broken.
Yeah, it's more. I personally, I know most.
But we only seen one day of that. That's only one day.
But it's all about
Martin
it's all
based on
about
one day.
respect though. Like, is your lady gonna treat you like you making less money?
That's
like
true.
that's what it comes down to. Like,
Yeah, you don't
is
wanna
she
be
gonna
a-
look at you like you gotta be making more
Yeah, you
money?
don't want to be emasculated
Yeah.
because you feel as if you're lesser, you're subordinate to your significant other, and you making less. There's many things that a
You need
female.
to move on. She's not a
Exactly,
woman.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Women don't
There's
do
more
that.
things. You can still provide stability and security. She wants to feel protected. She might want someone to make her laugh. Like all those things. At the end of the day, she don't want
She want a
someone
clown?
As long as she see you can hold your own. I think that's but most. But we all know. I mean, we talking real life though. Most females want
But
someone
being
that's
emasculated is
someone
subjective.
making-
You can't. I mean, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
only be emasculated if you allow that to happen. Like, you gotta feel that yourself.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
I agree with that.
But you
I
know,
agree with
most
that
women
completely.
go into that. Most women want someone that's already established, that's going to not necessarily take care of them. This is my own personal beliefs. They don't want someone that's, well, I think most women, not most women, but they do want someone that's already established that if they fall down, that's going to pick them up. And it should be that way. But at the same time, if you're not established, let's just say you working your way up to that point and they're already established,
Let me ask
they're
you.
not
Let
going
me
to
ask
give
you
the
a
time of
question.
day. I don't think they're going to give the time of day.
So y'all two married, right? Y'all only two married people in the building right now.
We dabbing up
So, do you think somebody, not talking about yourself, but would you give the advice to somebody else? Is, would you marry, and that be the sole reason? Would you marry for love, and that be the sole reason why you marry somebody? Why you marry a woman?
You want to go, Weez? You go first.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's steps to it. You can marry for love, but you still got to use common sense. You know what I mean? When you marry somebody, the term marriage is not what
Speak to the mic, please.
when you marry somebody, the term marriage is not what it was for maybe our parents or our grandparents. It's kind of it changed, it evolved over time, and it has a lot of legal implications to it now and financial implications to it now. So I would say, yeah, marry for love, but do so with wisdom. Like, make sure that while you're courting each other, you work out those things that can end up being issues before you do the paperwork legally and be bound to this person financially. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. You're still marrying for love. You're just not doing all the acts and the big, you know, ceremony until you work out those things that cause people to separate so often. You know, that'll be my advice. Work that stuff out before you say I do.
Yeah,
That was good.
Good advice. How you feel about that?
that was good. So I'm gonna piggyback off of it. So that you say hit.
But common sense ain't so common nowadays, though.
Yeah, that's true too. But
We're going to speak about the non-particulars. Like, I mean, a lot of females, you know, and the same thing with women also. Like, you get broke off, you get some act right, you're a little wet, and you know what I mean, you do things that's out of character, and you just fall in love for the material, the physical aspect of a woman, and that's where a lot of things go left. That a lot of us get caught up in it and don't want to admit it. I ain't saying I got, because obviously I'm not married, but
to answer your question quick, yes, yeah, you can marry for love. Absolutely,
Could that be the sole reason why?
absolutely. Because love conquers all.
so you're basically saying that even if y'all not evenly yoked or financially on the same level, you still believe that.
Well, if you're in love with somebody and you guys are working towards the same steps, you can be evenly yoked and not be financially ready. But if love can bring you together, where you guys have a plan, you guys can strive towards the plan together to make your goal achievable. So
I agree with you.
I definitely
agree.
love can conquer.
A lot of people don't think that's
You over there
possible.
squirming in your seat. What's up?
Yeah, because I mean, I agree with that to an extent, as long as there's wisdom included with that. You know what I mean? Like,
you gotta
I
be
mean,
smart.
you know, shucks. We think about let's be real. When you were in high school, you probably had your first little girlfriend, right? You probably thought you loved her, right? Imagine you marry that woman now, and imagine what your life would be like if you did that with that person. If you do that with that person, it probably your life, you know, it wouldn't probably be where you would think it would be. So I just think that, you know, when you love somebody, then you build with that person and you get you guys. If you love somebody, you want to be with them forever, which means you saying, I love this person so much and I'm going to square away these things that cause a lot of other people to break up, these financial things, these emotional things and make sure you guys are on the same page before y'all go through that whole ceremony. So, because if you say you love that person, then you're gonna want to make sure you're not doing everything that all the other people in the world who get divorced are doing.
Absolutely.
Right? Number one reason for divorce is financial stuff. So I'm gonna make sure your credit score looking like mine. I'm gonna make sure that if I'm punching the clock, you punching the clock too. Like working all that out because if you love that person, you want it to last.
Yeah. How you feel about that, Young Wisdom?
That's his name, man. I like that.
Young wisdom.
Like at my age, I mean, or even at your age, I mean.
You don't know how old you are.
All right. That's what it is.
I mean, today it's like it's hard. I mean, it's hard to see because I think a lot of people mix up love with lust.
Ooh.
Talk to him.
He is Young Wisdom.
Clap it up for Young
Holla.
Wisdom. Clap it up. Clap it up.
I like that. I like that.
But yeah, I mean, because I mean, like you said, K-Dub said earlier, like people get in love with their physical thing, and I think that's a problem in society today. But really marriage, it's really not really supposed to happen. Sex not really supposed to happen until until you get married.
It's awesome.
To procreate.
It's designed.
It ain't supposed to. It's hard, you know what I mean?
It's designed for marriage.
To procreate.
Procreate. But you gotta practice sometimes. You gotta practice sometimes. You don't get it right the first time.
But yeah, I mean, like now, these relationships they happen before sex. I mean, sex is happening before the relationship starts, and then you get these people they fall in love with the feeling of sex, and then the relationship is all out of whack. And now people's relationship standards is all messed up. Especially today, like from when I was in college, that was pretty much it. Like, you pretty much had, good dick. As long as you had that, you was good. Like, I know she ain't going to.
He ain't need nothing else.
That's the only requirement.
If you make a laugh,
The bar was
Yo, Doc.
Most of them bros, they just start acting loopy.
Yeah, that's true.
They get that dick.
Doc, what would you say love, the definition of love? How do you feel it is? How would you describe it?
In terms of love hour.
Hey.
Because the reason why I'm asking is because
It's good.
the reason why I'm asking is because I asked, would that be the reason why you get married?
Mm-hmm.
But we never really defined what it was.
Yeah. I get that.
So
It's a good love hour.
if you, we can ask JJ's rule. He got a little Duce in him.
No,
I'm sure you know what it
saying I
is.
feel like you can love somebody, but you might not necessarily want to spend the rest of your life with.
How would you describe it? How would you describe the love though?
I feel like
And not even.
I feel like it's like a sacrifice where like you're willing to put the other person's needs and wants before yours. Where you're able to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, basically sacrifice your own self for somebody else. It's like if you love them, then basically it's like it's them before you. Like
I actually like the definition. Actually, before I ask you guys what it is, how you described it made it sound like it's only one type of love, but you mix different elements into it. Like you might mix a little bit of a lust in it for your wife, or you might mix a little bit of fatherhood in it for your son, or something like that. So it's like you use it like a pot, but you mix different ingredients in it for different people in your life, like a brotherly love or something like that, whatever the case may be. How y'all feel it is, Jay Drizzle?
I mean, it's different types of love. I mean, what you just
You think it's different types or one type with different ingredients in it?
I think it's different types of love.
Okay.
I agree with that.
It's different types of love. Like the way that I love my mother and my sister, I don't love my wife the same way. The way I love Reem, I love you guys. I don't love y'all the same way as I love my wife. I lust over my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife, when I look at her, it's lustful actions where I want to do some things to her. You
They
know?
do. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up for doing some things.
Thanks to your wife.
I mean,
Some guys don't want to. That's real shit.
How you feel about that?
Nah, it's definitely different types of love. I mean, one is called the Eros love. That's your romantic love, the way you feel for your wife. And then you do have brotherly love, you know what I mean? Like if somebody came in here, I only met some of you gentlemen today, but you know what? Bad knee and all, we're gonna rumble until we can't rumble no more if somebody came in here and tried to cause an issue. You know, I love you guys. I hope the best for every one of you guys. So you got different types of love. There's different types of love. And I mean, I think they're all important. And you know, you have eternal love. That's another thing that you have. That's typically for like your family. You know, no matter what, unconditional love, right? That no matter what a person do, you're gonna love that person forever. Eros love, agape love, and Eros love not like that. You might be to this young man's point. You know, he mentioned lusting over people, and you might think you love some girl because you're lusting over them, but that's temporary. How many girls you got? I bet all here, only 2 people married, but I guarantee every gentleman here at some point in their life said to some girl, be a text message, on some phone, or up at that college campus, baby, I love you. And guess what?
Come through.
And come through. And guess what? Shorty not here no more.
That's what you call puppy love.
Hey, puppy love. Right?
Yo. Reem, how you feel about that?
Kind of like what everybody else is speaking on. I don't think you can just paint one picture for love. Everybody have their own definition as to what.
You gonna take that nigga baby shot
of what love is. I mean, if you're being more specific of what love is, as far as you talking about.
I'm asking you what
significant upper
right.
Yeah,
I'm asking you what's your definition of love?
I don't think there's one definition for love.
What is your definition? What do you think love is? I like Doc answer. I ain't gonna lie.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we all got our own minds. I mean, you know,
it just makes sense. When you hear the truth, it just sounds different.
When you love someone, in my opinion, this is just how I am. Love is based off of that person's and how you interact with that other person's personality, their character. That's just my opinion. When you interact with that person and you feel as if it's not lust related and you just want to do everything in your power to make sure that person's okay.
It takes experience to figure out what lust is, man. How y'all feel about that?
I don't think it's experience, but
you have to have been through it.
You gotta have lust and you gotta have love to know the difference.
Right. Like you gotta have hate to know what love is. You gotta know what love is to know what hate is. Just an example.
Yeah, you know what it is when you looking at someone and you just want this for the physical.
Because you've been through it.
Yeah. Through experience.
But at the same time,
I wasn't going to buzz that. At the same time,
right over that.
Young Wisdom, what's up?
Damn.
I mean, my definition of love would just be loyalty and sacrifice. That's all it would be.
So is the same type of love for different people in your life, or a mix with different elements in it?
Like it's a little different types of love. Like you can love somebody in a different type of way. But at the end of the day, it all loyalty and sacrifice can go for all of them.
What's up with the voice? The voice got to say about this.
Hold on, be specific though. We talking about
Young Wisdom killing it. Young Wisdom grabbed the mic.
We're not talking about the love. See, everybody else's question for love was more so it was more of a general type. We're specifically talking about significant other love, right?
No, I was asking.
Female or.
I mean, even for that though, it's still loyalty and sacrifice. You loyal and were you willing to give your life for that person?
Yeah.
Like say there's something dangerous happening.
So in order to be in love with somebody, you gotta be willing to die for them.
Yeah, all the chicks.
If you love them, both of y'all, you actually love somebody, you be willing to die for them.
Yeah, it's about willing to go above and beyond. You do whatever for them. Like you give up your last dollar.
Fool out here in the street.
How you feel about that, Doc?
I agree with that.
Jay Drizzle, how you feel about that?
Yeah, I agree with that. I would definitely get my last
one. I feel like that's kind of a no-brainer though. I don't think anyone's down here saying that they're in love that they're not gonna give up their last.
Oh, I thought about it. I've been married 8 years though. I thought about it. Like,
that's a long time. Clap it up for that, y'all.
12.
I actually thought about that, John.
You was the best man, right, Kay?
Yeah. Weeds was in that John too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't say I couldn't go up.
I'm sorry, I'm on my phone. I'm looking for this question that somebody sent in.
Yeah,
why you couldn't make the speech?
I was nervous. I
was nervous.
I had stage fright. I was like 200 people.
So you was bossy. That's what she said.
He ain't hear that Deuce in him.
He had him looking up in it.
A grown ass man. There wasn't no pussy. He up there when I stood up there. But no. Mike had went up with me though. I didn't know what I was gonna say, man. I really didn't. Like my baby mom was there, and
look. I
Yeah, Mr. Drama.
There was a whole lot of tension, man. There was a lot of tension. I needed an assist.
Yeah.
My man Mike gave me my assist there, man.
That's what's up, man. That's love right there. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, getting back on
Assist
topic.
on
So we had somebody send a question. Man, somebody sent me a question that he wanted a group of guys to talk about. She wanted to know: are you single until you married, even if you've been dating the same person for years, or engaged?
Oh, repeat that one more time.
Are you single until you are married, even though you've been dating the same person for years? And if you're engaged, are you still single?
You're still single.
The voice.
You are single.
Made a special appearance.
You are not bed. You are not wifey. You are single, sis or brother.
Yeah, because if you go to fill out an application for a job,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? You ain't married, so what are you?
But would you tell
You know what I'm saying?
if a shorty brush up on you, would you say I'm taking, or would you say no? Give me the math.
It's complicated.
Cody, gotcha. That was a
I'm
gotcha.
not engaged, so
That was a gotcha.
that shit don't apply to me. I ain't engaged to none of that shit.
I mean, I know what y'all have to say.
Yeah, look, I think
Into the mic, though.
when you dating somebody and you start talking about getting engaged, it goes into something like a courtship. That's like you kind of saying, all right, you know, I dig you so much that I see you as the person who can be my wife, and I'm gonna show you what kind of husband I'm capable of being.
I agree with you, even if you just spend a couple
it's an
grand on the ring,
audition,
bro.
what you saying?
You
spend a couple grand on the ring, so
yeah, you know what
you
I'm saying?
kind of already.
That's what I'm saying. Like when
should
you
know
dating
what you
somebody,
want.
you getting engaged. Now, when you dating, if you just dating and that's what your goal is, then so be it. But when they get real serious and you start entertaining conversations with the lady about getting engaged and you spend some bread on a ring, even if you go to Delaware to save the tax on it.
I don't want to interrupt, but I really got a serious question for the married fellas. So, do you feel like,
Mark
as
engaged,
far as
too.
oh yeah,
You said married. You said married.
No.
Married.
Do you feel like when it comes to the women that you're going, you feel like you're gonna spend the rest of your life with, is there some things that she should save until marriage, or do you want to see everything up front?
What you mean? Like break it down a little bit more.
Like you know what I'm saying? So you know, it's certain women that be like, you know, I'm not doing this, that until I got a husband. You know, so like it's like they saving something until y'all get married.
No, because I don't know if you can do it.
Yeah.
So you want to see everything up front.
Because my thing is, if you gonna say I'm not cooking every night till I get married, how I know that's in your nature?
Yeah.
That should be something that you do automatically.
Yeah.
It should be something that you do for yourself, and you just add a plate for me.
Yeah.
So I feel like the woman should already have her happiness, and you should just add to it. I don't feel like you should make the woman happy.
That's good.
You should be married already? You sound like you.
Yeah, I mean, look, I read a lot. Yeah.
He on his way there.
Young wisdom. What you think?
What's the question? Same question. Same topic.
What you say, Doc?
Yeah.
Say it. Repeat
So I mean, I don't know if it necessarily apply, but like
I just
go
want. Go ahead, ask. You know a lot of shit.
It applies. So if you have a woman that you really serious with, do you feel like you want to see everything that she has to offer before you take that step, or is it okay if she's saving some stuff? Or like, do it intrigue you if she say, all right, yeah, you can't. There's certain stuff that I'm not going to do until we either get married, you know, or get engaged, or we about to get married. Do you feel like that's cool?
Nah, I want to see everything up front, you know, because I'm not gonna believe you until it actually happens. That should be like it'd be a habit, you know.
Yeah, you gotta start the car up before you buy it, right? You don't just go on a lot and point at it.
I mean, I'm actually on the opposite side of that. I mean, because nobody's perfect coming into a marriage. Nobody's perfect coming into an engagement. You guys are supposed to uplift each other.
I don't think that's what he's saying, though.
Like, so you're saying like somebody like not cooking?
No, I'm just saying like, cause someone be like, oh yeah, like I ain't just gonna be doing this for any old nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Like what's this though? Like this like financially? This is like sexual?
I mean, it could be whatever it is they want to say personally.
Where you at? You saying engaged, right?
I mean, I like.
Where you at in a relationship?
Oh, me?
No, I'm saying like in this hypothetical relationship.
No, I'm just saying it could be. All right, let's just say married.
Okay,
let's just say married, because engaged, like, I mean, you can get engaged and then never even go to marriage. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So, let's just say married. But a lot of women say, like, you know, it's certain stuff that I'm not just doing for any old man. Like, I mean, I'm like you said, cooking every night. Like someone, I'm not cooking every night. You know, like I mean, even if it's your boyfriend. Like, you know what I mean?
To your point though about the cooking every night, I look at that from a personal experience where how can I ask my lady to cook every night when she works just as hard as me? So realistically, that's impossible. So I can't come in with that.
Sense for you.
Yeah, so I can't come in with that expectation where, well, my girl got to cook every night because she's just as worn out, as tired as I am.
Let's change the scenario though. Let's how about you?
Same scenario. No.
All right, look,
no.
I'm gonna keep it all the way tall.
Women
Go ahead, let me know.
are help me.
Like, I mean,
Women are help me.
Yeah, you're
Stop
right.
comparing them to men.
But you're right. Women are helpmates, but
wait, JJ, let me say this.
But the United States doesn't treat them as
I don't care about the
helpmates.
United States. Look, let me say
Yeah, I don't know why you care about the United States. I know you're better.
No.
When you meet a woman,
Uh-huh.
it's like a rest. It's like she applying for a job with you.
Right. Okay.
So this is the person you supposed to have children with.
Absolutely.
So she can't take care of you.
Right.
Same way she take care of you. The same way she gonna take care of her child.
That's real shit.
Right.
So if she tired, I'm tired, I can't cook for you. How you think she gonna treat your child?
That's real shit.
You are
So
100.
if y'all get married, all of a sudden, it ain't gonna change.
It ain't gonna change.
It ain't gonna change.
Yo, but you are 100% correct. But the point I'm trying to make is, with today's time, most households are built together by two incomes.
That's
So
fine.
the woman works just as hard as we work.
I agree.
So why should I come home 12 o'clock and she get home 11:45 and
She
be
better
like,
order out.
and that's cool. That's but that's coming to an agreement. Like, yo, look, we both work late tonight. Let's order out.
But that's not his question. His
So
question,
she got to build the habit. That's what you said. So it got to already be there, so that it's not foreign to you. Once you get to that stage.
So what you're saying is, as long as she put food on the table,
Right.
and I'm cool with
I
that.
don't care if she go to grandma's house and get our plates. I don't care.
No problem. I'm down with that. If
But
her
she got to know food got to be on the table.
if her responsibility is to put food on the table, and no matter how late it comes in, then yeah, that's cool. Like, look, babe, I got home just for a little bit for you. I'm gonna order out tonight. Babe, yeah, that's cool. I'm definitely down with that. No problem. But her slaving in the kitchen 12 o'clock at night, where she just works
Man, it
11:45.
ain't slaving called providing too, bro.
It don't take nothing to pop something in the oven. But anyway, we hung up on a scenario.
Yeah.
Like, it could be cleaning the house. If our house dirty all the time, I don't care how tired you is. You got
Ain't no
to make
reward.
sure your
So
shit
the
all right.
audition should be before the
no.
That go both ways, though.
I agree.
That go both ways.
Yeah,
That go both ways.
100%.
Personally, I feel like it's a
100%
woman
agree.
thing, but I don't know.
No,
You know, I'm
the
just
girl,
saying.
if y'all dating, she gonna come over y'all and see, and them niggas a pigsty.
Right. She gonna check your medicine cabinet.
See,
Right.
I
She
love
gonna
When you go to
fucking.
her house, what's it?
Real shit.
She ain't clean up. She don't clean up.
Yeah,
It's up
yeah.
to you. You want to set that dirty shit or not? So when y'all move in together, you be like, yeah, you know what? I knew you was a dirty child. I mean, you know what you gotta do.
I feel like you bring this topic to the table the way you talking. And you going hard.
You know, everybody be thinking they get a special prize. No, like clean is not a special prize. You dirty.
That's
dirty.
regular shit.
When you clean, you don't get no.
Oh, that's like when the hoes be on the joint. Like, I got a job. I do this and that. I'm like,
That's basic.
that's regular life. That's regular life.
That's what cracked me up with a lot of females now, right? Like, they come at us like, they think pussy is just the key to everything, right? Like, niggas don't know how to wash their own clothes and cook now. Like, that's not as special. Like, what else are you bringing to the table? And that's not to come at the ladies. Like, I'm not coming at y'all, but
It go both ways.
if y'all come at, yeah, exactly.
Cause they look at that.
It's our fault though. It's our fault though. Because we made pussy the prize. We made pussy the prize. The pussy is on the
Niggas
pedestal.
don't know how
The
powerful.
dick need to be on the pedestal.
No,
dog.
but it is. You never seen a chick dickmatized before?
No, but I'm just saying though. It need to be.
I had some
be on the
dickmatized
pedestal,
chicks.
bro.
I got some.
No, because listen, women
I
feel
had
like the
some.
pussy is enough. They feel like you know what I'm saying, like, oh yeah, I gave you some pussy. I gave you some dick too.
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
Ain't I what you did?
It goes both ways.
Young wisdom, what's
listen.
up? It's like you had something to say.
If she running from,
I'm saying.
listen, fellas out there, if she running from your shit,
Good?
Come on,
You
dog.
running down?
We're not even talking about that.
at the end of the day, what are we? We all brothers.
You got
And we
hot
going,
in this.
That's not even the question.
listen,
Who fucking who
I'm
out
gonna
here?
keep it all the way talking with y'all. Like, that's what
Talk.
y'all don't want to realize.
Fuck it out.
At the end of the day, what I realize is, you know, niggas, if you're a sucker, you know yourself. You stay in your lane. But if your shorty running from you in bed,
You the
you
man.
already know.
You the head of the household.
You already know.
down.
You holding it down.
What about them
The
bills?
dick is on the pedestal. Tell her. Bitch,
We ain't
you
talking
running
about
the dick
the-
is on the pedestal.
Yeah.
That's why.
She gonna let all her principles go out the window if she running.
Yeah, if you in the bedroom making shish kebabs, you know what I mean?
We're not talking about if it's a right or wrong thing. I'm just
Okay,
saying
all
what
right,
it is.
yeah.
I'm just saying what it is. But,
What you already say?
Nah, pretty much like at the end of the day, you gotta lay the pipe.
Yeah. Smart. Young wisdom.
Young wisdom.
Yeah. We got one more. We got one more. Would you stay with your spouse or significant other if they cheated on you?
Say that again.
Would you stay with your spouse or significant other if they cheated on you?
No. And yes, it's a double standard.
I thought it was a death to you part.
With a woman or a guy?
Oh, damn, that's good.
He's going another caveat in there. Yeah.
I don't know. If a woman, you gotta get a threesome.
Yeah, you gotta make it up.
Yo, you fucked up, man. Every time just to get fucked up, we try to fuck everybody else up so we can be camouflaged.
That's good.
You get a threesome with a woman and you still.
If y'all do it together, but if y'all do it together, it's not cheating though.
Nah, not at all.
If somebody step out that relationship, you know.
But she got lie to you about it.
So what's cheating?
Let's talk
the
about it.
definition of cheating?
Let's talk about it. Mike, let's talk about
People
it.
think cheating is just sex.
Everything y'all just said, y'all just forgave them.
Mm.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead, let's talk about it.
I dare a nigga in any kind of capacity come in between my household. And it's no more rap after that. You can't recover from that. Now,
Is that because you're the head of household and you
it's
feel that
because
way?
I'm the head of household, and that's I have very minimal non-negotiables, and that's one.
Are you allowed to cheat on your wife? And she better take you back?
Let me tell you something. I'm not allowed to, but you know what? I've been having a really good track record of
Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up for good track record.
Black men don't cheat.
That's how funny right there. That's how funny.
So that's what I'm saying. All right.
Black men don't cheat.
So that's what.
So
Black men don't cheat.
Time out. Where my Crown Royal go?
Oh.
I think he.
I got past
Are y'all off it? I don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's another.
I'm just trying to figure out where it was at.
It's another
I got you. I got you. Put the deuce in it. Put the
So
deuce in it.
this is my question for the married folks.
You got.
So, all right, say if you found out your wife was texting a dude that she worked with, do you consider that cheating?
What kind of way?
They just having conversations.
They sending memes like, what's up?
Glued to the job and all. Let me tell you.
Ooh.
All the wives got a work husband.
Ooh.
They all got
He said,
They all got work husbands. Brother, y'all would accept them.
No, hold on. Time out. I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick. I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick. Because like I mean everybody know they got a little something at work. Just make the day go by. That's it. If your wife got the same thing,
It's some nigga. We all know at every job, especially if it's an office job, it's a brother with a comb over making your wife laugh, whether you like it or
A
not.
comb over? Not a flat top? Why can't the boy have a flat top? He gotta have a comb over? That make me look bad.
He might not be black. He might be Hispanic, white.
I'm just saying though.
So
The work husband, that's a no-go.
Is that cheating though?
That's what I'm saying.
Disrespectful. Disrespectful. And I don't tell her disrespect. You know what I mean? Disrespectful.
Into the mic.
My wife I give her, you ready for this? You know how they say things gonna be 50-50? Guess what? No. I give you 70-30. You do 70% whatever you want to on God's green earth. But when I talk about my 30%, I don't want to hear shit.
I'm confused.
I'm talking about you.
So your 30 hold more weight than her
my
70%.
30%, man. I don't know how you guys did with algebraic equations. I'm 30% higher than one of those. You know, she nags, she want all kinds of crazy stuff all day, every day. Give. I'm paying Cardinal. Her Cardinal pay her.
Wait, you saying you bringing 70 to the table?
No, I'm saying my wife get to have. She could be the boss of 70% of whatever she wants.
70%
in our
happiness.
relationship.
Yeah,
I give her all the way 70%.
So she's
70% of the shot.
I let her call 70% of the shots. But that's because my 30% is non-negotiable unto the non-be.
Because you gave her the 70%.
You the
I got
minority.
something in my real life household called the executive foot.
Let's go.
I'm dead
Talk
ass.
to
Man.
him.
I tell look,
Yeah.
yo,
Yo, we can't give examples. Oh, we married. We got to go home to our wives. They watch it.
Y'all gotta spread the knowledge, man. Y'all be trying to keep it to yourself. We talking about we can't.
No, we can't put everything out there. We like we like Steve Harvey. We can't.
As long as we sleeping 8 hours a day, we should be on air.
On that point, disrespect. So if she texting back and fell forth with some dude and it's inappropriate, that's disrespect. I ain't gotta give her no title of cheating. It's disrespect. That falls in my 30% of non-negotiable.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Now,
And you already established that with her from the rip.
From day one.
And you can't be mad at that.
But when I met her in this fine establishment that we have right now, where I met her, and my room started getting real clean, and my belly started getting real full, and I started realizing, like, damn,
See the
you're
one.
doing a little thing a little better than the XYZ carry the one number.
You start cleaning the bottom of the toilet? You clean the bottom of the toilet on you?
Cleaning the community shower.
Yes, she was.
We talk about at the roommate spot.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
42 Weight Club. Club 42 Weight.
And you know, like, really, something that I do, if for those who think about getting married, but I'll tell you, if you do get married, I'll tell you this is a true story. If you marry somebody, picture the hundreds or however many girls you've dealt with ever before,
He said
and try to put them in that. And imagine that person you say I do to was any one of those human beings before, and say, if any of them human beings before was my wife instead of my current one, the one I made the decision to choose was my wife, would my life be better or worse? And when you do that, and you ask yourself that honest question, I think that you know that if you got a positive response when you ask yourself that question,
that's real.
You did good.
That goes along the same lines as if you had to spend the rest of your life with the last person you had sex with, would you be happy?
My wife, so.
No, I'm saying like if you date.
No, but that's a good way to do it, because like a lot of people go into situations and they still got old situations that they still dealing with, old situations they got regret for.
If you got
and it's like, yo, I got this right here, but I really rather have this over here, and that's a good a good like starting point. Like, yo, like this person that I'm with, like, if I compare them to somebody else, would I choose them over them, or am I just taking them because I can't have them?
To me,
that's real.
To me, that means if a man goes into a situation with someone they aspire to be with the rest of their lives, and they still got other situations, they're immature and they're not ready. Because if you're really in love with someone, you're gonna cut everybody else off. You're gonna cut every line of communication that you have with everyone else.
Every line?
Females,
Every line?
It's a.
Listen, I've been
social media line.
Listen,
social media line.
That's real.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's social media line.
You gotta hit different bullet points.
Listen, I'm gonna say this.
That's all right too.
If your wife or your significant other believe that's a line, then you gotta do it.
Oh, what you got?
And if you don't,
Wisdom, what's up? Wisdom, I ain't hear from you in a while.
You cut that off. I've been burnt by that. That's my point, though. I've been burnt by that, where I've been in love 2 times. I've cut everybody off, and the person.
Clap it up for being burnt.
No.
I'm fucking with you. I'm
talking about cutting everybody off.
Let's keep moving.
I'm talking about cutting everybody off.
Go ahead.
Can you be in love with 2 people?
No.
How can you say that?
Nah.
Who said no?
Absolutely.
Nah.
I think you can love 2 people.
You can love more than one. Yeah,
You can love 2 people. Not in love.
Yeah,
It's impossible to love 2 people. You can love 2 people.
It's caring. Hold on. It's caring for someone love.
I disagree.
But you shouldn't.
I disagree.
I'm almost on your
Why
page.
you can't be in love with 2 people?
Yeah, why can't you?
In love.
All right, so you say you can't be in love.
You said can't.
So why can't you? Let's say can't.
By all the definitions y'all gave, it would be willing to die for them. Put your needs before them.
Absolutely.
So how you can't do that for 2 people?
Why? I mean, we talk about 2 females. Like how?
You can't have 2 people that you want. I hope so.
Greatness.
Listen, polygamy is a real thing out here.
That's true.
And you can have multiple relations. Even Islam, you can have multiple wives. As long as you're treating them all equally, everything is Gucci. For the lack of a
I'm gonna answer that by saying that I haven't found anybody that hit the bullet points that the girl I'm currently with hit.
Oh, but she designed for you.
So
she was made for you.
Who knows if I find another girl that hit all the bullet points, then maybe we gotta have a conversation. But
that was designed for you.
That's important. You said that. And that's but let me tell you, so the girl you dealing with right now, hitting all those points, I'm sure she's hitting all those points because you gave her your time. And you've been kicking it with her to give her a chance to hit all those points. So my thing is, that's why you are in love with her, right?
No.
Okay. But check it out. I can't imagine that. My thing is, I can't imagine you would give that same time to a whole other woman right now and give them the opportunity.
Right now, no. But when I'm dating, of course you're gonna give everybody the time.
No, that's real though.
But you're gonna mess with people.
I feel like that's the thing. Like that's the thing with men, like that women don't understand. Like if you like he just said, given all the time, like as men, like when you adding up all the shit that this woman has, another woman has the exact same
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
So it's always, this or that. So if a nigga choose you, you really have to be like, yo, he fuck with me. Like, that's what it is, because, like, you already know the population is more women than men. You know what I'm saying? So it's always going to be another, like, I mean, so when women be like, oh yeah, this nigga playing games, I gotta make sure you the right one.
Yeah.
Cause like when it comes to the basics, every woman has that. Like, you got good pussy? All right, yeah. You cook? All right, yeah. You clean? All right, yeah. It's how many other women that do that exact same thing?
But they can
you
feel
have
that.
to have something that separates you
play.
from these other women that's going to say, yo, look, I choose you. And women, they don't feel like they need that. They feel like, yo, I do this, I do that. Like, I mean, you should fuck with me. I'm the prize. Like, no, you got to do something different than everybody else is doing.
I'm gonna play.
You got to add something to my life that these other chicks ain't adding.
Let me play devil's advocate though. A woman can say the same thing though. I got niggas on my top. So if I got niggas on my top, what you bringing to the table? I hate to play that role though, but I've been a wife.
But it's not the same though. It's not the same though, because women, they're real simple.
He ain't give you the mic, so we ain't really hear you. But I understand what you said. Young Wisdom holding the mic like, nah.
Young Wisdom ready to go.
Women are real simple though. They don't have the same amount of requirements as men.
That's
like if
that's what you think.
They don't though. They have like, yo, look, if you're financially
It
stable.
depends how old they are.
If you're financially stable,
I agree with
you look all right.
You
pay attention to them.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's really all you really need. That's all you really need, because it's not a lot of niggas that got the same thing that they're attracted to, that's financially stable, and that pays them the amount of attention that they need. There's not enough niggas that do that. And when you listen to women...
But girls don't look for financially stable guys.
Shit, the hell if they don't?
No, they don't.
I disagree.
The hell if they don't? Do you
know they don't?
When women is out,
You know how many chicks?
You know how many chicks got baby dads that ain't shit and don't got nothing?
Yeah.
You know how many
but they
chicks
just
out
got
there?
caught up in that situation.
No.
That ain't the situation they really want to be in.
They got caught up in the situation. They thought they wanted to be with that
But
guy.
if they had to choose, they would choose a financially
No, for sure.
stable
But if they were sitting next to each other, but they not.
I don't think they would make that choice.
So if they said
having multiple kids by the same loser.
if they said,
You
might realize that
They're pretty simple sometimes.
that's what I'm saying.
Some girls don't give a fuck.
Niggas and females.
I seen a nigga pull a bitch with the Jabot jeans on yesterday.
You ain't seen no shit.
I seen him with Jabot jeans.
2001. 2001.
I was in the Marshalls.
So why didn't you run
When he
that
walked up to her,
Just take a picture.
oh, we having too many socks. Oh, I was in the Marshalls, but he walked up on her. No, he was wearing them. He was already wearing them. He brought them in the Marshalls. He walked up on the shorty and was just like, oh shit, like,
At the end of the day,
whatever he was saying.
Listen though, but
and she was like, all right.
We all fucking with the same shorties though. That nigga with the Jabot jeans and that nigga with some Evusu jeans or 7 jeans. Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
7 jeans, that's the fly shit.
Or
it's a Mary nowadays, but
you can have some Balenciaga, Barnett, all fucking the same bitch. So it don't even matter.
That's what I'm saying. She don't care about some girls do care about the financial shit.
Some girls do.
A lot of them don't though.
How many women do you see on I'm just gonna say like on social media and shit? They be like, yo, I'm trying to.
Because women fucking next door neighbor.
No, hold on. They be like, yo, I'm trying to find my Russell Wilson. The Russell Wilson is out there. He just ain't got the paper that Russell Wilson got. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I respect that.
No, I agree with you, but it's not.
That's real.
You can't make it a blanket statement.
So once you add the financial to the situation, they roped in. They good.
Wisdom, what's up?
Young Wisdom go.
Wisdom.
That whole Russell Wilson thing, that's a major cat. They all had a Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
That nigga in the friend zone.
I agree.
Everybody knows they always go for the
friend zone is real.
Yeah.
The friend zone
that's real shit. If a nigga walk up to, I hate to say that word, but if a guy walk up to a shorty and say, no, I'm saving myself to a marriage, she gonna feel insecure.
Yeah.
The only reason I feel like I'm not gonna say the only reason why Sierra fuck with him is because she had a kid, he had money, he hit all the other bullet points.
Yeah, all the other bullets.
So it's like, all right, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. But he was fucking everybody.
He was taking care of her kids.
I can't roll with that. I can't roll.
What's up, Jay Jizzle? Say something. Speak your piece, man.
See, with that, I mean, you're putting every woman on the same playing field. Like it is.
That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm speaking to that situation. But I feel like that's what Doc was trying to do by saying that shorties only want to fuck with niggas that get money, and that's not true.
That's never what I said.
No, I apologize.
That's never what I said.
I apologize. That's how.
That's never what I said.
But that's what I do.
That's 100%.
Doc, you don't receive, but that's what I do. He twisted all your words.
That's crazy.
Maybe I misunderstood.
I just think that what Doc was pretty much trying to say is like it's just different levels to women.
Oh shit!
Like it's different levels to women. I mean, everybody got different levels.
But you agree women do fuck broke niggas though?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
what I'm saying.
Listen. Women act just like us though. Women act just like us.
That don't mean you low.
Yo, but time out. Imagine if they didn't fuck the broke niggas.
That's not true.
All right, so
sometimes they don't know the
like I always said, the women they gotta fuck with the niggas because most women don't pursue men. They gotta fuck with the niggas that fuck with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if they say, yo, I ain't fucking with no broke niggas, chances are they wouldn't have too many niggas approaching them. You know what I'm saying? So they will only have to deal with what's coming at them. So if you not that tight shorty, then it ain't gonna be too many, upper class or niggas with a high financials that's fucking with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean?
But to piggyback off of what he said though, like females are kind of it's a different day and age. Females are starting to act like how we act. They're starting to act like how we act. Like we may have a female for if you're single, a female may act like they may have a guy for whatever needs that is. Oh, I want to laugh tonight. I'm gonna go hang with whoever. And he provides security. I know he's gonna pay for my date. Like I want something to eat tonight.
I want some French
He's gonna pay exactly. I want seafood. All women want seafood. They want crab legs and shrimp. All women want that. No matter if you're white, Asian, black, whatever, you can be purple, Teletubby, whatever. You want seafood, right? But it's the same thing. I was just going off the color, but. It's the same thing with guys though. Like also like what female provides whatever satisfaction that we're looking for at that given moment in time. Like if I'm looking for a female at that one particular time, all right, she's not gonna give me no drama. Like she just wanna. I know that's an easy hit. Like we all got.
So she gotta be giving you pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
So
but what we gotta go through.
Listen.
If there's no pussy.
So if we eliminate the falsely,
like first
then we go with everything else.
If she what we talking about? Yeah, if she eliminate the pussy.
That's what I'm saying. So all right, so let's say let's say you ain't guaranteed to get no pussy.
You see him split up.
All right.
If you guaranteed not get no pussy, that means you really gotta like that.
No, that's what I'm saying. So if you guaranteed to not get no pussy, and then she got whatever, if it just laughs. You know what I'm saying? Is you still calling her? Are you still calling her if you just want laughs? You know what I'm saying?
It really
it's
is.
not, but you can't compare it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna call like it's 11 p.m. right? You know you gonna call this chick. You know you ain't getting no pussy. She gonna make you laugh. You still gonna call her. Or you still gonna call her.
You not gonna call her. You're not gonna call her.
That's what I'm saying.
You're gonna call the one who you know that's guaranteed.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta take the buns away.
Yeah.
So you can't say we the same as women though.
No, it is the same because at the same time, like the females, they know if they're horny and they want something and they know they can be obligated. They know who they.
So Host mentioned the checklist earlier.
They know who they want to be with.
Host mentioned. He said, it's
Mike's so
different
formal, he
things.
called him a host.
Huh?
Mike, I
didn't know what he was saying.
He's so formal, he called him a host. I like that.
So I think as humans, everybody got certain things that they want when they want it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's gonna go equally for women.
You gotta get close to the mic real quick.
That's gonna go equally for women and for men. You know what I mean? We got certain things that we want when we want it, and I think that's gonna play a big role in kind of deciding who does what and when. You know what I mean? Like
wisdom.
had a rough work week, right?
Go ahead, Mark.
She gonna want to laugh.
She might want to laugh.
She might want to drink.
She might have a stress.
But she know you that nigga that
she might not want dick.
She know, yeah, she might not want dick. But she know you that nigga that's gonna cut a check. Yeah,
You want pussy.
You want
going in, bro. Go ahead. Young Greatness, what's up? Young Greatness, what's up? What's up?
I'm gonna keep it real. If a nigga say gonna keep it real, I'm gonna keep it. It's only a few. Yeah, I mean, situations where a nigga don't want pussy. You know what I'm saying? In most situations, niggas want pussy.
Niggas
You know what I'm saying?
Niggas always
You know what I'm saying?
Always.
You know what I'm saying? But the women don't
We
always
don't
want
bleed.
dick, so you
So
can't
we always
compare
want
the same shit. Like, you know
But
what I
the
mean?
dude know which girl to call.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
to my point,
And
though,
vice
that's what I'm
versa.
saying though. Like, and females have it the same way though. They know which nigga that is a sucker at the end of the day.
Who might buy her some
sucker.
food.
Ooh, time out. I like what you're saying. Go ahead real quick, and I'm gonna follow up what he said.
Oh, I had a question. I was like, would you date somebody that let you get the first night?
Yes, because we adults. Yes,
Absolutely.
but anyway,
That don't mean I'm a wifer. Oh, it's another part. I feel like it's
No,
another
no,
Go
question.
ahead. Wait.
You could, absolutely.
Would you wife somebody?
Absolutely.
Would you wife someone? That's another question.
Absolutely.
see, we got a problem with thinking that we the man. When we fuck the first night, we think it's just us.
Females like to
It's
call
my
that.
swag.
Females like to call that
It could
toxic
be, though.
masculinity.
I feel like you gotta
That's
feel
what
the
they like
chick
to call
out.
it.
You can tell it. You can tell.
But no, I would definitely
promise
see
you,
her
you can
again.
tell
though.
a chick that do this all the
Hold on,
time.
hold on. Can I say
And a
something?
chick that
Can I say
doesn't
something?
think it's
Can I say
situation.
something? Can I say
Go
something?
ahead.
Go ahead.
Cause he love this part. He going, this is the most I've ever heard from my man.
Females always say they know when they gonna fuck a nigga.
That's true.
They know when they gonna
The
fuck.
same way you
So at the end of the day, it don't even matter when it comes down to that because
You tell her, you say, babe, you know we grown. And I know females, y'all know when y'all gonna do it. So let's just be
they get horny. They get horny just as much as we do.
But
So
that's what I'm trying to say. The
Yeah.
pussy is on the pedestal. They trying to know if you deserve it or not.
Either applying
Because
it
it
ain't gonna work for y'all.
might be 20 niggas that they feel like they look at and say, yeah, I will fuck that nigga, but they can't give all 20 of them niggas the pussy. You gotta feel like you deserve it.
it's community.
I got somebody.
There's some community.
I got somebody.
Don't give it some.
Yeah, it's some. It's some.
I think it's a lot now. We in 2020.
You gotta talk into the mic, voice.
Taking the mic
Yeah, he keep putting
Yo, he do.
That's oh, that's the cheap one.
Hey,
That's the cheap one. You gotta talk right in the front. You talk from the
Hey,
side.
voice, young wisdom took your place. You gotta get it back. It's up to you.
Oh, real quick. I feel like you went to college.
Yes, sir.
You went to college.
He went to
Do you feel like
Long damn time.
That's too funny you said.
That's all
You used a couple of $10 words today.
I pay attention.
oh,
You
and I know
$10 words today. I feel like you went to college.
and young wisdom, I know you went to college, so I got a question for both of y'all.
Sure.
Do y'all think that college, having a student loan, do you think that college is the place to figure out what you want to do? Time out, before y'all answer that, because I look at it like hopping in the cab, hitting the meter, and then figuring out where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So how y'all feel about that?
I agree. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, usually you wanna. I'd say go to college if you know what you want to do. Like, I mean, I went there. I was a computer.
If you got a student loan, if you're going for free, then fuck it, do what you want to do. How you feel about that?
Well, if you got a student loan too. I mean, that's really. I think it's even more pressure to make sure you go in there for what you want to do.
If you paying for it.
Yeah, if you paying for it. Like, I first went there. I was a computer science major. Then I switched to journalism. That's a lot of math.
I feel you,
But I
bro.
also like, I like music and stuff, and I found the media thing, and I did the radio stuff and everything. I got involved with that, I like that. And I was like, I can do this.
What's your major, by the way?
Journalism, digital media production. So I'm more than that.
Gotcha.
God, bright future.
That's dope.
That's why his voice changed when he hit the mic. That's why when he hit the mic, his voice gets deep. You know what he done. They told him that.
Yeah.
How you feel about
You
that?
can't
That question
His
you
voice
asked-
naturally
that
deep like
question you asked is more serious than a lot of people probably really
You
understand.
right. You right.
Speak to it, Wiz. Speak
And
to it.
currently I serve on the District Guidance Advisory Council Board for Abington School District, and that's one thing we're tackling literally right now because our generation, we grew up in an era where it was a college for all model, right? Where they say, hey, if you want to get out this hood, you know, you go to college. If you want to get a big job, you go to college. That's kind of what a lot of people in our generation went to college for without necessarily knowing. But
that's still how it is today.
It is. So they're trying to change it literally right now because to the point of what you just said, figuring out why you go with student loans that got interest rates that are higher than what it is to buy a brand new house on FHA, that's not okay. That's not okay, man. And they try to sell it to you and say, well, you know, you still are learning important skills like how to write, how to read, how to do math, and you do. But I don't know if that's worthy of having student loans. With interest rates higher than FHA mortgage. So to overall answer your question, I think that, you know, I'm appreciative that a lot of K-12 curriculum is starting to now incorporate like career readiness. You ready? As early as kindergarten. In Appleton School District right now, that's not my school district.
I feel like when you're in kindergarten, you want to be an astronaut
that's true.
And a police officer. I feel like you don't really know what you want to do.
You don't.
Or you want to be what your mom tell you that she wants you to be.
That's correct. And that's why I appreciate what I'm about to tell you, right? Like they starting to change, like literally legislation that's coming from Tom Wolf and all of them office in PA at least is teaching college readiness as early as kindergarten. So me being a parent of a kindergartner, I said, well, what does that look like? Tell me what does that look like? You tell me
I feel like it's all
you tell my 5-year-old she gotta get a job, but no, it starts at awareness. Do you know your mommy and daddy goes to work?
Awareness.
Do you know why they go to work? They go to work so you can have this kidney kid or this LOL doll. You know what I mean? So you're teaching them what it is.
Hey, Weez, you mind if I ask you a question?
Man, that's what's up.
So, I got 2 young daughters, and
I'm cut off, bro. Stop adding you say to my cut. No, that's not. I'm not taking that. I'm not gonna drink that. He gonna say finish that.
I'm not gonna finish it. I got the rest.
That's why you want to.
I don't already have.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I got 2 young daughters of my own, right? I just want to understand. To this day, I don't understand it. Like, if I knew what I knew now, 15 years ago, I would be in a better position, and so I would, like, for my daughters. Like, right? So why isn't certain things taught in schools? You may have a better understanding of than I do. Why isn't taxes, like taxes and credit,
I can tell you,
and things like that aren't taught in schools? Like, why
can't be
the parent? Like, it falls to the parent. And
Nigga,
as
you
a
know
parent,
why.
You know why. As a parent, you know why.
You wanna know why? So at least in
those are the basics in life that should be taught in
school. You
both
went to public school.
Yeah.
Right? So public schools paid for how?
Taxes.
By property taxes, right?
Taxes.
And different funds that come from the government, right? So if the government is paying for an education, they need to. Let me tell you, Uncle Sam ain't no uncle to be messed with.
They gonna regulate their shit.
So
they make sure it come back.
He needs to make sure he getting a victory out the deal.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And me teaching you how to do your taxes ain't making me no money. Me teaching you.
I don't really agree with what you're saying.
I mean, you might not.
Because
speak up on this.
Because I went to Parkway.
Mm-hmm.
So
Northwest or Center City?
Center City.
That's what's up.
So we had things in place where if we wanted to learn something, we can create that class and we can petition.
You know Parkway is special school. So come on,
but that's what I'm saying. But we can't say. But it was still public.
They are, but they're special admits.
But no. I agree with you 100%. They only give you an overview just to speak it. But everybody only gonna give you an overview. You gotta learn for yourself if you want to learn certain shit.
That's what I don't understand. Why you can't learn for yourself? Why can't we learn?
But that's up to the parents. The parents have to. In my opinion, you know better than me. That's up to the parents. So, all right.
But it's been going on for decades now that we've been learning things that don't mean nothing in real life once we graduate. I'm
gonna speak to that.
And I don't understand that. Why are we learning about Christopher Columbus and...
I'm gonna speak to that.
They're on track.
Back in the day, during integration, when we was going into the white schools, I say we as black people, went to the white schools, the parents of the black children used to go to the schools and take rounds to make sure their kids wasn't getting fucked with, beat up, make sure they was learning, make sure they was parents in the back of the classroom. Nowadays, you can't find a parent in the back of the classroom. So what I'm saying is, if the parents go to the schools and be like, we want our kids to learn this, or I want to donate my time to teach to hold a class at the school, I feel like we could probably get something out of that.
It's no point in going to the school and telling them I want my kids to learn this. Because they're not going to just teach some shit just because you want your kids to learn. If you want your kids to learn it, you teach them your fucking self.
I agree with you 100%.
So what's the
But what I'm saying is,
off of what Doc's saying, then what's the point of sending our kids to school if this is what they're learning in school isn't going to benefit them and it's part of a curriculum?
It's going to benefit them in a different way. It's not the way that we think.
They're still teaching our children that Christopher Columbus is who discovered America.
Yeah,
I mean.
They're still
Christopher Wallace along with you now.
We already know the only Christopher.
My whole thing is this.
My
whole thing is this. We've been taught so much shit since we came up, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, like everything is, go to school, go to college, get an education.
Is that changing
get a
though?
good job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, like.
It's dead.
Yeah, it really is dead because, like, you gonna go to college, right? Just like you were saying, like, I mean, you might major in this or that, like, but that's not really what you're gonna do when you actually done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, like, us as parents, we need to find out what it is our kids are really interested in.
Right, I agree with you.
And invest in that, because people like, yo, like, I mean, oh yeah, like.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
As parents, they like, yo, oh yeah, I got this invested for my kids' college education. Imagine you got 50K, right? Or 60K, 70K, whatever. And that's supposed to be for a college education. Mm-hmm. Imagine if you took that and invested in a business that your kid is interested in.
Talk about
that's
it, Doc.
what we're talking about. Like, that's when you really going to bring returns to your family. And that's how your kid is going to be brought up.
You said in previous episodes that kids might, a business not for everybody.
Right.
You did say that.
So I did say that. So, but it's not about a business. It's about what your kid is interested in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're invested in your kid.
Because once you send them to school, like, it's
you're talking to a room full of business owners.
All right, that's cool.
So make it like
that's cool. Like, if you got 60, 70K that you ready to invest into college, that they say, look, I want to pick this college or this college, and that's gonna go towards that. You need to find out what they're really interested in and find out how you can invest that money in that. It don't even necessarily have to be a business. Let's say your kid likes to play video games. Make sure they got the newest video system. Make sure they got a camera to record themselves. Make sure they can have whatever equipment they need to be able to support what they're interested in. It don't have to be college. It don't have to be, whatever. As long as you have the money and you're able to support what it is that they're into, then you can advance them towards what they already into, and that will go further than any college education that you can put any money into.
How you feel about that, Greatness?
I agree, man. I wish they had esports when I was gaming.
I got a new arena at my college.
You're not Young Wisdom no more in Greatness now? That's cool. Put him on the pedestal? No, that's my young boy.
I did it my time.
His job's in esports.
We call him Greatness now. He can't be great. Let me be above all of us.
I don't even get down with it. But
he can't be above us. We're great.
I know. You. First place or something, right?
I'm gonna do shit.
It's nothing.
Fumble.
Yo, it's a whole fumble. No, it is me. I'm cool.
You was over there.
I'm making sure everybody good. I thought he was straight.
I am.
Y'all like that.
For all the listeners, K Double just spilled.
Put me out there.
They see you doing it.
But they don't realize what's going on.
They see you doing it.
To Young Wisdom.
They see you doing it. K Double just spilled his baby shark all over the fucking bar.
It's crazy. You gonna put me out there like they ain't know what was going on.
I can edit it out. I'm not, but I can edit it out.
No, don't edit it out. That's authenticity. Like, no.
God damn.
Young Wisdom is esports.
There's nothing in the cup. There's nothing in this, John.
You need some more.
No, it ain't no more.
No side combos. What you saying? Wisdom?
Yeah.
Esports amazing.
I encourage my daughters to like play video games.
All right, so let me ask you a question though. So, is there a parenting problem that Black people face today?
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Is that above racism?
Yes.
How you feel, voice?
Definitely a parent problem.
Is it above racism?
Good question.
No.
So you think racism is first?
No. Parenting
problem is first, and then it's racism.
Wow.
How you feel about that?
I think let me say
Go ahead.
Whatever you teach your child at home, that's how they're gonna view the world. So, like the example, most of us are black brothers. Our parents probably told us, you got two things against you: you black and you're male. And then when you see the cops, you're scared to death. They did nothing wrong. Why did they teach that right away?
But say you teach them that, and then they still go out there and they run into a racist cop. That's
So
not about racism.
But at the same time, when you go to school and you run into your first bully, they ain't teach you about bullying. They just told you somebody hit you, you hit the ass back. You didn't know that was a bully until you got to your first fight. You was a bully. God damn. Now, that's the same way I feel they should have taught about good and evil. They should have just taught it good and evil, not just racism. Because now you're looking at white people.
But you can still have knowledge of a situation and still be victim to it.
I maybe we should take the racism part and just call it good and evil. Some black people
that's
evil,
cool. That's cool.
And you got some good white people. Like I tell my parents all the time, I got hired by all white people.
Before we change the subject, let's go down the line. Do you think it's a parenting problem first and foremost with black people?
They correlate, man. There's no way to put one over the other.
How can you say that?
I'm gonna tell you how. Because what's the number one reason for divorce in the world?
Tell me.
Financial issues. That's why people get divorced, right?
Okay.
Financial issues. And one of the reasons why minority people have a disadvantage when it comes to finances is because guess what? I don't know about your grandmas, but my grandma couldn't go to college because of
so you
the
need
color of her skin.
college to make money?
Not just necessarily college.
My grandma go to college even, but she owned it.
And that's
she was a seamstress and she owned the teller.
And that's a really fly thing. But if you take 100 or 200 or 300 or 1,000 people when you do the data, more people who are able to further educate themselves, the data says that if you further educate yourself, you make more money. That's at least what the data says.
What does that have to do with parenting?
Huh?
What does that have to do with parenting?
I'm about to tell you. Because parenting is done by how many parents? Two, right?
Two.
It's supposed to be done by two.
It's supposed to be two.
Right? It's supposed to be done by two, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a mom and a dad, but I said the number one reason for divorce was again?
Financial.
So if you got minority families,
you got to get married to get divorced. But go ahead.
You do got to get married to get divorced. But if households have less money, if minority households statistically, no matter what statistics you look at, have less money, and money is the main reason why households are being broken apart. You know what I mean? And
it's already set up.
You see what I'm saying?
So you think the number one issue for black people is
I can't say it's the number
economics.
one issue. I think that's an issue. And I think
so. What, in your opinion, what is the number one issue? Like, if you can have this, everything could be a little bit better.
If I can have
I'm not mentioning you guys
better. This might sound so.
If you had this in your childhood, you got something.
I tell you what,
your mom and your dad, right?
I would have loved. Well, luckily I grew up a little different, right? I had access to my mom and dad. I appreciate that. But one thing that was
I understand that.
And I had them indirectly. You know what I mean? I had my mom in the projects till I was 10, just me, my mom, my sister. And then when I was 13, and we had a situation. I moved my dad from 13 to 18 when I had to get out the house. We had a policy: 18, you need to pay half the bills or move out. No ifs, ands, and buts. And I appreciate that. Tough love, the best love sometimes.
You learn something from that, right?
You do.
From good parenting.
Okay.
Man. Doc.
How you feel about it?
It don't matter. It's still the same. It's still the same thing. You can teach as much as you want. You can give somebody as much education as you want. But if somebody higher than them says, "Look, this shit ain't going on," then there's nothing you can do about it. It don't matter. You can teach about systematic oppression. You can teach about crooked cops or whatever. I can learn how to spot a crooked cop, but if a crooked cop pull me over and say you want to send me to jail, there's nothing I can do about it. It's not. I'm still gonna have to go to jail.
It's always funny how we talk about
the information
crooked cops,
say, look,
but nobody here ever ran into one.
If we did, who ain't
never ran into one?
He just sent you to jail?
My nigga, I got my ass beat inside my house and got sent to jail.
You don't have to go to jail to encounter a crooked cop.
Go ahead. No, but we've got experience. He just experienced.
I got a ton, man, and not for nothing. Ever since, because I was younger, I was a knucklehead a little bit.
I wasn't there, so I can't bring validity to these stories. So I try to take stories out of it because we don't know if it's true.
Most of them,
because our stories are subjective.
Most of them. Most of them are good people, man. Most of them are really good people in real life. Most of them are regular human beings who want to get home to.
Because that's the narrative that we put on cops is crooked cop.
No,
but I mean, when black people say it, it's always if you get pulled over, watch out for that crooked cop, and it's not true.
That's not always true.
Yeah,
so
we can't. But
I would say most cops are good.
We can say that.
I'll say that.
But
I say a lot are. I put my dash cam on just in case.
You should have it.
I can pull a video
You should have
about 3 weeks ago when they pulled me over because my dash cam was on. I feel like I got treated a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because 2 years before,
you feel a little differently, right? When you got it on.
My video one, man. But I mean, you know, when I was young, one time we were hat like this, and I'm in a suburban area. I remember they used to always pull me on. I always had a nice car. They pull you. I'm pulled out. You in my pockets. And you don't find nothing. My insurance is good. My stuff is legit. And next thing you know, I got a $104 ticket because I got a pine tree air freshener hanging from my
But you've been educated, though.
That is against the law. That is against the law.
It is. Right? But my thing is,
that is against the law.
But I've never found, and I ask, and I'm the kind of person where I ask around because I want to know. I've never found a person who don't look like me who got that same ticket ever.
Is that against the law? Hanging air fresheners from your shit.
If it's obstructing your view. And
it's against the law, so you got a ticket.
Well, they gave me a ticket because they said it was, but why I'm getting searched?
I wasn't there.
I understand.
I don't know.
That's true.
It's not for to get y'all. It's not for to get y'all.
But that don't happen too often. To your point, that don't happen too often. You know what I mean? And what I learned is that, all right, I could BITCH about that. I can put myself in position to make sure that happens.
The thing is, you was educated on that type of situation,
and
I know it still happened to you.
But I'm cool now. I put my dash cam on. Yeah. And guess what? I don't wear my flat brim in suburbs no more.
Right.
I make sure I got my shirt and tie on in suburbs. And I always talk respectful to them, and I put my dash cam on. Right. It don't happen no more. And if worst case scenario, I'll secret weapon them and pull out the Bitcoin on them. And I mean, you know, we work it out. So,
right.
Yo, you know, but you don't even have a hood car right now. You just had 3 weeks ago. Someone's have a car that you drive right now and in the suburbs.
You ain't got.
I mean, that's the reason why they pull you over. I mean, ever since like 02, you know what I mean? I always had like a pretty fly little whatever with, you know, I always had decent will. So they think, oh, you a young brown dude and you in this suburban area, you know, maybe there's an issue. And I mean, you know how I mark it off as when that stuff happens, that's for the times when you was speeding and didn't get a ticket. You know what I mean? I try to be positive. I try to be optimistic. You know what?
Because we can't act like every time we get pulled over,
I don't like to go there.
Put out the car.
I don't like to pull a race car. But when
I appreciate that.
When you can count 7 different times that these cops was in your pocket since you was a young boy, and you always been a dude who never had a break of employment since 2000, point blank period, and you never been no grimy or negative person, and you can think of 7 whole times where they took you out your vehicle, money in your pockets, and asking if you got weed and got gold through all that. It sucks. But I mean, you know, you gotta say, all right, you know what? Maybe this is happening for those times when I was speeding and nobody was looking. You know what I mean? It's a shame I gotta condition myself to think like that. But I mean, it is what it is.
So what do you do?
It don't matter what kind of you can have every fucking answer that you feel like is gonna be on the test. But if they switch the test up, that shit don't matter.
It don't
matter.
But what you disagree on? I feel like
no. I mean, I feel like he shouldn't feel that way. That when he get pulled over.
I mean, he shouldn't feel that way, but there's a reason why he do feel
like it's jacked up that I got 6 different turns in my phone.
I understand that people get PTSD from things that they've been through in their life, but we can't act like this stuff goes on to him every day.
It don't.
He been pulled over 7 times and you.
But
how old are you?
I'm 35 now.
You pulled over 7 times.
And that's a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
But I had to change my dress.
But
I gotta change my dress. I can't wear flat privilege.
I agree with you that you've been through some shit.
I gotta wear shirt and tie now. Every time I wear shirt and tie, they be like, oh, you know what? I feel like, all right,
like a thug.
I don't look like no thug.
You don't wear the thug uniform.
I don't wear the thug uniform. And that helped me. And I try to teach my young boys who I work with.
Right. Good parenting.
I be like, listen.
Good.
Yeah, but listen, let's get to the crux of the issue.
I can't control that, but I want to put you in a position where maybe they pull you over less because you got a shirt on.
So a nigga with a shirt and tie.
Why is there? Hold on, no. But let's get to the crux of the issue, though. Why can't a black male?
Oh, time out.
Why can't a black male just wear a hoodie or his regular clothing? Like a thief. Why you have to wear a shirt and tie or a blazer?
Because you're wearing a thug uniform.
How is that thug?
That's what thugs wear.
How is what Doc wearing right now? The thug
he wearing a thug uniform.
It's not about the person.
But that's wrong.
So if it's about what you wear, is it the person or is it the system?
I don't have a criminal record. Doc don't have a criminal record.
I mean, I ain't get pulled over.
I have a gold chain on as little as shit. It's cheap, but why am I being perceived as being a thug.
How would
right?
you perceive that being a thug? How does that? How
I'm not
does
wearing a shirt and tie. That's basically kind of like, but that's gonna. He can't wear a flat bro.
Who
like,
said? Who
why
called you a
is
thug?
that?
Who called you a thug?
No, I'm just saying I can't wear a flat.
You just made that up.
Hoodie.
So what's thug attire?
Just because you wearing.
So what's thug attire? So what's thug attire?
Black hoodie.
Who said it's thug attire? Who said it's thug attire?
What do you say? A skelly or what do you say? A hand over your face?
No, I just said I said a hoodie.
What's thug attire?
And
If you dressing like that, if you dressing like that,
so what's
What is thug attire?
Black hoodie.
if you dressing like the
Mine's
hooligans in the
wearing
music
all
videos, you wearing thug. We know what thug attire is. Why we acting stupid? Why we acting stupid?
Because of what?
A music video just like.
I mean, I was just joking just now,
these
but we
guys-
know, we know what thug
What
attire is.
is what is it?
Stop being
Let's
crazy.
hear it.
I don't know these days.
Let's hear it. What is thug attire though?
Let's stop it. What you say?
What is thug attire?
Meek Mill, I don't know.
He graduated.
Yeah, he graduated.
What is thug attire? Right, because he hanging out with billionaires. And all that
Right,
shit.
right.
Yeah, that's
So
what-
what is thug attire?
Look it up.
No,
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm asking you.
Because you asking me crazy questions right now.
It's
And you know
not
what
crazy.
it is.
So ex George.
You know what it is.
So ex George.
Is that crazy? I feel like that's a regular question.
I don't know. Ask the cops.
We ain't getting nowhere with this question.
Ask the cops.
We ain't
Shit.
getting.
Don't have his hands shaking. That's definitely thug.
That's thug attire. That's
I
a lot of
agree.
examples.
That's one thing that I agree that young black men who wear, and you got your whatever draw showing, like that's not cool.
That's thug attire.
I agree with that, but
All
like,
y'all 35-year-olds are hypocrites. Y'all wore that back.
And they was wearing thug attire.
That's what we thought we was.
you wanna know why that's false?
There's no such thing as thug
My
attire.
dad, listen, my dad was in my life, and he told me that if he ever see me with my draw or see my drawers hanging out, no.
But you know what's
You
crazy?
fucking me? No,
But you know what's
belt.
crazy?
It was all fist. There was no belt. It was straight fist. If you ever saw me with some shit like that, he was fucking me up.
Yo, Ring, close it out. Close it out.
But yeah, you already know. He just gave me my marching orders, basically. So, we're approaching an hour and a half with y'all, but y'all already know, man.
It's
Listen,
an hour and a half already.
yeah, it's been an hour and a half. That went by fast. Listen, I appreciate everybody that been here. Y'all welcome back at any time.
Can we tear to the Klaptrap? Can we tear to the
We can cheers.
Klaptrap?
I ain't got nothing in here because we killed all the heat.
And y'all spilled it all out all over the bar.
So,
Periodically.
Cheers to the
you
Klaptrap.
know, the special guest that been on, Mike.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Listen, Young Wisdom down there at the end. I got an empty bottle right here. Well, it ain't empty, but you already know. We're gonna try to come back a little more frequently. It's been a while. People been buying new houses and stuff like that.
Hey, shout out to Mark.
Oh, damn. That
bathroom amazing. That
Clap it up for the new house.
Exactly. So
Good parenting, man.
that's the real reason why we've been in the show. Y'all already know. That's Klaptrap TV on SoundCloud and YouTube.
Hey, he remembered.
Like and subscribe. Please, we need that, y'all.
And we
All
out.
our listeners out there. So you already know what it is. One, we be back next time.
This nigga said one. Like he about to hang up the phone.
Cut that shit out. Yeah, I'm 35.
I'll see y'all next time.
No.
Damn, I don't know them.